Hey everyone, it's Senio. So it's raining outside and it's freezing cold. It's got to be like, I don't know, it's got to be like 67, 68 degrees outside. So really wet and freezing. This is like the first and hopefully only video that I'm doing inside my house. But hey, there you go. Gotta work with the weather. So check it out. J.C. Penney, the man, not the store, the man who created the store. He had a quote. He said, "Give me a stock clerk with a goal, and I'll give you a man who will make history. Give me a man without a goal, I'll give you a stock clerk." So check this out. This is coming straight from my man Zig Ziglar, and of course J.C. Penney. These are some of the greatest people that have lived in this, in recent history. So it pays to kind of listen to these folks, even though they're long gone. Very, very wise. So check this out. We're hitting goals again. Why? You might feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but it's the reality. It's funny because some of this stuff, it's so simple and easy, but 95% of the planet will not do what is simple. They want things to be complicated. People say, "Oh, I don't want things to be complicated." Great. Here's an answer. It's simple. "Oh no, that's too easy. No, it's got to be more complicated than that. It's got to be more to it." So it's funny because 95% of the people are probably going to be looking at this video right now and go, "Oh yeah, Senio, I agree with you. What you're saying and stuff," and then they won't actually do it. It's hilarious. So we're going to talk about goals, and it's super quick. I mean, this doesn't need to take 15,000 years, okay? But it's simple, So check it out. What's a goal? I mean, you gotta, goals, your chief aim, okay? You got an objective to conquer. Boom. So what do you do with these goals? If you want to see your goals actually manifest and come to life and, actually happen, okay, you gotta write it down. Super simple. Write the thing down on a piece of paper, preferably with blue ink pen. Write it down. And write it down every day, okay? If you really want it to go fast, write it down every day. But write your goals down, okay? Put a date on it. Put a date on it. That's it, and it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to say, "I'm going to have super faith and make it, lose 100 pounds in 1 week or make $5 million in 1 week or something." It needs to be believable. It needs to be in that sweet spot where it's possible, but out of your comfort zone, okay? That's the area of faith. It's too big for you, okay? But you can still believe it in your mind and your heart. So put a date on it, all right? List the obstacles that you're going to have to overcome. Now, this isn't a negative situation, okay? You're looking at it objectively and with reality, okay, and saying, okay, if I want to do this, what are some of the obstacles that I have? What are some of the things the hurdles that I might need to overcome? Okay, well, I'm going to have to do this, and I'm going to have to do this. Okay, I might, okay, generally I have to overcome this kind of situation. If I want to be able to talk to 1 million people in a Coliseum or something, I might have to get over the fear of, talking to people. I might have to get over the fear of large crowds. I might have to get over, so some of the obstacles that you may need to face with your goal. And that's totally okay. Don't let these obstacles become huge in your mind. Put them in their place. Remember, it's fear, crush it. It's not real. But the obstacles are some things that you might need to overcome. So it's fine. Just list those out. Objectively, and that's the third thing you need to put down. Number 4, identify the people, groups, and or organizations that you're going to need to work with. If you're trying to publish a book, probably not going to happen by yourself, right? You probably want to get a publisher. You probably need to contact a few organizations and groups and things like that to make some of these things happen, okay? you're not the Lone Ranger here. We work as a team, we work in groups, we work with other people, okay? So spoof up on those relationships, right? Those relationship skills, people skills, okay? Number 5, spell out your action plan. Your action plan, you got to have it down. Boom, 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 boom. Your daily little objectives. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, this is what I'm going to do today to get me one step closer to my dream. Bam. Okay, spell out your action plans. And number 6, identify all the benefits. Opposition comes. Sometimes shit hits the fan. Okay, sometimes you got to overcome some things that you didn't foresee, or whatever it is, or some of the things that you thought might be a little more difficult. Sometimes the date went by, you didn't have your dream, your goal done by the date that you set, but you're working at it and stuff. And identify the benefits and write those down when you're writing all these things down here on a piece of paper, okay? Because when stuff gets hard, it's going to help you to look back at that list of benefits and go, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm going through the crap that I'm going through, because of this. Yeah. Okay. So make sure that you identify all those benefits. Okay. If you're trying to lose weight and you're like, man, I really want the, chocolate and hamburger and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, it's so hard. I'm craving right now. Look at the benefits. It's going to make you fit. It's going to make you feel better, right? It's going to help your heart so you don't die of a heart attack, right? And help your cholesterol. It's going to make you sexy, sexier. It's going to make you feel good, and you're going to have confidence, and you're going to, and be able to whatever. Those are benefits that when you look at those, it reminds you why you're pressing towards the goal. Okay, so pretty simple. So I just want to give you, a cool kind of reference for this. I mean, okay, take a look at Japan. Just real quick, take a look at Japan, and World War II ended, right? They were bombed to hell. Okay, they were ruins. Everybody was, dead. Just destruction everywhere, right? In 1950, after World War II, Japan, the people got together, some of the leaders and whoever was left and alive, they got together and they said, okay, they made a goal. They said, we are going to become the #1 producer in the world for textiles. In 1950, they said this, okay? And they made a goal. And you know what? By 1959, they were the world's largest producer of textiles, #1. Okay? In 1960, they made another goal. They said, you know what? We want to become the #1 producer in the world for steel. Now, Japan isn't known for having steel. They don't have a whole lot. They don't have a whole lot of coal. They don't have a whole lot of iron or anything like that. Okay? It's not something that would naturally be something that they would be producing, right? But they had the goal, and you know what? They accomplished it. Boom. They accomplished it right there. So they became the world's #1 producer of steel. Okay? And that was in the 1960s. In 1970, they created another goal. Okay? They wanted to become the world's #1 producer for automobiles. Guess what? Who drives a Japanese car? Right? Come on. I live in Puerto Rico. We got Japanese cars everywhere. US, they're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So they fulfilled that goal. They made it, they committed to it, and they worked at it, and they did it. Okay? They wouldn't let it go until they accomplished it. Okay? I mean, they didn't accomplish it within the 70s. They accomplished it in 1980, just 1 year late, but it doesn't matter. They kept on going, and they made it happen. In 1980, they had another goal. Okay, Japan. We're talking about Japan here, who was just wiped out from World War II, right? In 1980, they made another goal to become the #1 producer of computers and electronics. That was in 1980. You see most of the stuff that goes, all the little chips and stuff says made in Japan. You know what I'm saying? So if Japan can do it, and they were nearly wiped out from World War II, how much more can we do it ourselves, right, in our lives? Okay? So make your goals. Okay? This is the formula. This is the formula, right? Take it from Zig Ziglar. This is the formula. So again, real quick, just to recap. #1, write the goal down. #2, Put a date on it. Number 3, identify the obstacles that you're going to need to overcome. Number 4, identify the people, groups, and organizations you're going to need to be working with to see your goal through, okay? Number 4, that was number 4. Number 5, spell out your action plan, okay? And number 6, identify all the benefits. That's what I got for you today, guys. I hope you have a blessed and amazing day. Hopefully it's not freezing where you're at and it's nice and sunny. And I will catch you tomorrow on the next video. Take care. God bless you guys.